Welcome back to the No Bullshit Podcast here with What the Fuck McNugget and Nick the Dick, movie producer. We're talking about all kinds of fun stuff. We had a lot of fun at this movie, and we're all friends. And it was Deadpool 2. What'd you guys think?
Yeah, fun, meaning futuristic, underground, no nonsense time with your friends. We had a great time.
Yeah, it was action-packed.
Yeah, full of action. CGI action, real action.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. It's like they, they delivered on, it being a good sequel.
Yeah,
they really did.
I think it was better. I mean, I think a lot of ways it was like a sequel that built off of everything. They did a lot more stuff. It seemed like it was longer and like more
girthy,
more characters. Like they threw those cool new characters in. So it was long and hard, and it was good.
It got the job
done.
It
got into you.
It hurt, but it was like a good hurt.
That's what she said.
You know what I mean?
It worked out.
Good,
yeah.
You just want to ease it in, and it hurt because you didn't really work into it. You kind of just dived into it.
I'm gonna say it wasn't as good as the first one because the first one was, I think, more story driven. Well, this one was more. I feel more gimmicks, but it was really more just action and fun. There was no. I feel like the plot was a little bit,
I think it
janky,
depends
but
on what you're looking for too. Because that's why I was like this one, because I'm just like, jokes, the joke guy, like every reference. It's like they threw him so many in this movie because they didn't have to do the backstory. And
and that's exactly I agree. It's like they just continued the story.
Yeah, and they're totally different. Like it's hard to compare. We don't need to just compare both of them.
Well, and even the directors are different.
Well, I was wondering. I'm not trying to be the mess with this river of words and thoughts we have right now, which is a river of greatness. Do we want to talk about the trailers first? And then go into it, because we're giving people time to go ahead and really sign on right now.
Yeah, we haven't said.
You have a pretty popular channel, I'm told, so probably a lot of people are going to tune in.
My channel, it does okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's
okay. Humble here.
Yeah.
Good, modest and humble.
So I'm thinking if you want to do like a no bullshit reviews of the trailers.
What's the first trailer we remember? I think I actually missed it, but the wife told me it was that one with the guy doing the voice.
Yeah, there's a telemarketer one.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for that.
That one looks really good.
It
looks really funny.
Before it looks.
He's a good actor.
Guy from Atlanta.
It's a guy from Atlanta.
And
Valkyrie
cast is so hot right now.
It is. Yeah.
Atlanta.
Sorry to bother you. Yeah, because he's a telemarketer.
That's the movie.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Valkyrie's in it.
He's. You're gonna see. I think it's like something Whitehead.
Yeah.
Look, he's Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get Out.
I saw him in a movie, Short Term 12.
Oh yeah.
He's so good at that.
Years ago. You saw that movie?
I saw that. Yeah.
Dude, Nick, I'm proud of you. So many movies you haven't seen. This one you've seen. Isn't that a great movie?
Yeah.
Short Term 12 is an amazing movie. Brie Larson, Captain Marvel's in it, so you're connecting the MCU. So this guy you're going to see. I recommend that movie, Short Term 12. But this movie, what was it? Sorry to bother you.
Yeah,
that was pretty good. And then you have Equalizer 2.
Yeah,
good old Denzel.
Another good trailer. That trailer
solid,
awesome.
right?
Okay.
Are we going to be reviewing
That's
that?
right. They did all the Fox. I'm sorry. Now it's all the
mean,
Fox movies.
That's in July. I think it's like mid-July. So
it's a July movie
on the schedule. It's like the very end of the summer, next to like Fallout, which is the other in Mission Impossible.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh yeah, the Queen movie.
Yes, dude. I never saw anything about that either. Like,
yeah.
I heard about the name and like the actor, but
well, it's funny
because
because
it looked good.
Initially, it was supposed to be Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah,
and I was actually really excited to see him play that character because I think he would have done a great job.
He wanted to go into like deep details.
And I think the band didn't like that because it probably ripped the band apart a little bit.
They can't show all the AIDS and.
Well, that's probably not it. I think it painted the band in a bad light because the band is the ones that said no to Sacha Baron Cohen's script.
Oh, okay.
So he's the one that got.
And he's gonna do it serious.
Yeah, man.
Because he like I just look at that guy and I'm just gonna laugh at like Borat.
Exactly.
All that funny stuff he's done. But I'm sure he could do it. He's talented.
Yeah.
But that's a funny. I didn't know that was the original cast, but I do think this movie looks awesome. Like that guy, the cat that he did cast, Malik.
Yeah. Mr. Robot.
Yeah, Mr. Robot.
Also, Short Term 12.
Yeah.
Boom. Connection.
Let's just start where he got started. Night at the Museum, guys. That was his one of his biggest roles. He was like Tutankhamen. I think it was Tutankhamen.
Oh, I never saw that.
Yeah, that was where he got started.
That's not a good movie,
but also
we're not going to promote.
I like Night at the Museum like for fun. Not like
okay.
Brian Singer was originally the one that directed that movie and got fired because of a speaking, Me Too moment. So
from having raping people.
Yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah, rape is bad.
Kids,
let's be specific.
The next trailer.
I think that was it.
Nah, Predator.
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 Dude, I didn't see that one either. It's
Oh,
like I
bro.
forget, and then when you remind me, dude, they all look so good.
looks
How much do
sick.
you go to bet that movie takes place during Christmas time?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's showing Halloween, so there's.
Oh, that's true. It's happening at
True.
Christmas, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shane Black, he loves his Christmas movies, dude.
Predator looks legit. And to continue with my connecting things, the kid was in the room with Brie Larson, who was also in Short-Term 12. So I
They
can't
got
stop
Olivia
doing
Munn.
that.
Just like constantly like playing
I don't
6
remember
degrees of
the
Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up going to library
No,
and
he
movies,
was
and
in
then
like
when I would get back in the day, the Time
He's
Warner.
also Wonder, right?
The way the digital had Time Warner, you would click on it and the info would give you a star rating. It would give you the year it came out. It would give you like a 3-line synopsis.
Yep.
Most of that comes from
I
this.
feel like you're like a movie Rain Man.
I am, and I thank
You're like,
you.
You're like movie Rain Man.
This
like,
is what I've been
like,
working my whole life for, to
if
hear
you,
someone
like,
admit that finally.
You're walking by a mall or something, and then you see someone drop a DVD.
I mean, I've only defeated him
Constantly
once.
know the cinematographer. Like I don't know what.
Well,
it is.
thank you.
I mean, maybe.
More
Film,
director,
obviously.
actor.
I was gonna say yeah,
Too.
and producer maybe, but
Yeah.
the cinematographer. I mean, we should give them respect too.
They're a pretty big deal.
Yeah, they
But yeah, I just want to talk about the trailers. But I think Deadpool, right? You were gonna get into that.
Yeah,
Back
the
to
movie.
Deadpool
The
too.
next was the movie, and I thought it was great. It had fucking awesome intro.
What do you think? Okay, the intro was the same kind of from the first one, whereas the credits were
Yeah.
funny. Which do you think was better?
First one.
Yeah, the first one is.
First one?
That's why you can't top the first one, man. It had all the you didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just how they did that, like in the
Yeah.
first movie, and you're like, holy shit, this is
Yeah,
hilarious.
That's
like
true.
the James Bond.
But the fact that they talked about Wolverine and things like that was pretty funny. That they kind of made
I thought
jokes
it was
about what
awesome.
happened.
Like the intro was supposed to be like James Bond, right?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
007, like sexy. Like I thought it was cool that they had like another style with it. Like
Mm.
Yeah.
and yeah, it had the fake names, and you're just like reading along. And I didn't want to say the exact story, but like someone dies right at the beginning, and it's just like this big chapter,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to that. And it's a pretty good laugh, and I'm kind of glad. That's what I liked about this one too, was that it was long enough that it could do all these different things. Like it had that first act that was totally different, and then next thing you know, he becomes an X-Men for like a bit, and then the next thing, and then
Trainee.
there's, like,
Trainee.
Well, the X-Men cameo, that was awesome.
Yeah.
It was very fast, but there was
so
actually
good.
actors in it.
Yeah.
It's so fast, not really a spoiler, but it's really cool that they actually showed up for that.
And dude, like you were saying, the Logan references were awesome. Too.
Yes.
Like, hilarious. Like,
Oh, dude.
right from the
That first
beginning,
day,
like,
Yeah.
that statue was like from Logan.
I want to
right?
get that.
Yeah.
I want to get a
That was
statue like that.
tight.
That'd be
That's
awesome.
probably, I actually like made it for this movie, but that's definitely gonna be one of the hot like ticket items to buy. This
Yeah, who came back?
Well, it's funny because like you could already see the difference in tone too, because Tim Miller original was a lot more comic booky and more fun. Well, this one was a little bit more darker because it's the guy from what's his name, the John Wick.
Yeah.
What
Atomic
about
Blonde.
What about the Simon
David something.
Kimberg producer? Was
David
he
Lynch.
on it
Yeah,
last
Simon
time?
Kimberg's been all
The
excellent.
same main producer
and Richard Donner.
Richard Donner's daughter. Did you see that?
Yeah,
There was a Laura Donner.
yeah. She's been there.
Nepotism exists.
I think it was like more action packed, like you're saying. Like you said, John Wick.
Yeah, he did John
Like,
Wick,
yeah,
Atomic Blonde.
The way it just went and like the fighting,
Mhm.
like you could tell it was just like more intense.
He did Atomic
like,
Blonde.
karate stuff.
That makes sense because there's a lot of John Wick people in that.
Yeah.
Just the that was in there, and it was. I think it was a good change because like the other favorite part of the movie was the cast and like the new people they brought in, like especially Cable, of course.
Yeah.
Like that changed a lot of the movie. Like all of a sudden, I forgot he was even in the movie. He wasn't in there for a while, and then all of a sudden it cuts to Cable, and it's a totally different tone.
Yeah.
I felt the same. I was
Serious.
forgetting. I was like, oh wait, Josh
Yeah.
Brolin's in this movie.
That's what I'm saying.
I kind of wish we got a little bit more though about Cable. We didn't really get much. We got like just enough to get by. That's what I'm saying. Like this movie is a lot of fun and a lot of action, but I feel the plot was like they skidded by.
What about the Yentl reference? I love that.
Oh, dude.
Barbra Streisand.
That was hilarious.
Okay, here's when I have to drop
What
in.
if he is Snowman, dude?
Here's when I have to drop in for my favorite little thing I was thinking throughout the movie that I wanted to have on this No Bullshit podcast. I'm with the folks who are coming on this show. Thank you for listening on SoundCloud,
Thanks
iTunes,
for
and
coming on.
every other internet satellite thing. Josh Brolin's dad, James Brolin, is married to Barbra Streisand, and they did a bunch of Barbra Streisand's songs. Yentl, that's technically his stepmom.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was talking about his stepmom half the movie. I love it.
That is
They're
pretty
making
funny.
references to his stepmom most of the movie. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, his family's like old Hollywood. You know,
Yeah.
Brolin and his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was an even bigger star, technically. Like back
For a
in the
while.
day.
Amityville. If people have any questions about this, they can listen to What the Folk Show top 5 Josh Brolin
Stargate
movies,
TV show,
which
man.
is on the YouTube.
Mhm.
Stargate TV. Wow.
He was all of the. He owned that. Stargate.
Westworld.
But dude, that's actually what I was.
Oh
thinking,
yeah, he was in
too.
the original Westworld.
He was
the
in the
movie.
original Westworld.
Yeah.
Westworld is great.
Spoiler alert,
The
he
new
dies.
show is good, but no, back to Brolin, like Josh Brolin. I was thinking about that, like along the lines of what you're saying, like his dad and his family, and I was thinking, damn, he's having such a good month right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin's it right now.
And this with Cable, like that's some like career making. Like,
Well, we're not even done yet. We got Sicario
too. He's still got another movie.
He'll probably be the second. Him and Benicio are gonna go toe to toe in that movie. I think it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, dude, that movie looks sick as well. And that reminds me more of like the lineup we're talking about. Like, I don't know why, but there's so many sick sequels this year. And, you know, they get a bad rap and people hate, like, you know, a lot of sequels are shitty and derivative. But this summer, it's like, this is Deadpool 2 is a sequel.
Infinity War is technically a sequel. Infinity War is a sequel.
Mission Impossible.
And there's multiple sequels. But like,
Lost World.
2 Mission Impossibles. Yeah, we got Mission Impossible Insurance Protocol, the good one. It's supposed to be pretty high reviewed. It's at Sundance and Cannes right now. Cannes, Texas. And then we have
you could open it up to like lots of other sequels, but I'm saying like the specific 2s because of Equalizer 2, Sicario 2, Deadpool 2,
Jurassic World 2.
Yeah.
Wow, technically, yeah.
That one works too.
You're right.
Yeah.
It's a land of sequels.
It's like
What's the land of movies we live in now? The landscape is either big summer blockbusters, sequels, reboots.
Or like
is that true? No one has ever said that on any entertainment podcast.
I mean, breaking news here.
It seems a little derivative, which is a word we like to use on this.
Yeah, apparently.
Did you get that from Domino? Because when she said that, I was like, oh, okay, derivative. I've heard that in a while. Then I kind of, when she said it, that's how I learned a lot of things. It's also from movies that I was watching as a kid.
She was great.
I hear how they use the word, and I'm like, oh, that's what derivative means. Yeah. And that's when I would lead into it. She was my favorite character, dude.
Yeah, she was really good.
She was good, dude. Mm-hmm. I was gonna say after Cable as well. Like, there's a lot of other really good characters. Like Cable shines, but like the other ones are great. Domino is definitely like second best.
We've never seen like a Luck.
Yeah.
I like the way they did the CGI and the action with her. It was kind of unexpected.
Yeah. And I love he's like, that's not cinematic.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be quite cinematic.
And that actually, I thought about that too. Like the Luck one was a good twist they could do to the graphics, but in addition, or already, I guess before, like Deadpool had great graphics, like the original one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it did.
And then this movie brought it back, like with things like the intro we talked about already.
Yeah.
And then also just like some of the gunplay and the other like
all those
jumping around
deaths,
slow-mo.
All those deaths too.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Well, Nicola, which one did you like the intro wise? We didn't get your point of view.
What do you mean?
Which one did you like more?
Oh, for Deadpool 1 versus Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Deadpool 2.
The first one.
Maybe it's because it happened the first time, so you'd already seen it.
It was new. We'd never seen something like that before.
Yeah.
I think I like the second one better.
You like the second one better?
Yeah.
Okay, what about Josh Brolin? What about his role? Did a better job as Cable? Or I mean, that's kind of hard. It's easy to say, I feel like.
We don't have to pit them against each other.
No, okay.
I feel like Thanos was a stronger performance just because it had to be. You know, Cable was a little bit more
bigger movie.
Yeah.
But Deadpool 2, I think I was actually thinking about that too in relation to Infinity War, just overall, like it pairs really well. Like for having another superhero movie like a couple weeks later, it's like it works because it's so different.
Yeah.
You know, like it has Deadpool, it has the snark, has the comedy, and it's also rated R.
Yeah. Well, Marvel / Disney is just gonna rake in so much money this summer.
I would say I like the music more. More music. I felt like actually a lot more songs.
Yeah. Dubstep never dies.
I liked what's her Celine Dion's song. She made a song for the opening of this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was her.
It's
okay.
her, and I like that
Oh.
too.
Canada on Canada.
007 stuff. They always make a song.
That song was really good.
Well, you said the wife, and I can say, well, the future wife also said to me when we were watching it, she was saying, "Oh, I like this song too. I like this song." Yeah. And she did that more. She did that more than she does in other movies. So I can tell, like, overall, the music was very.
I think the soundtrack
satisfying.
Improved, like, because there's
Dolly
also
Parton,
the stuff
man.
you mentioned.
Yeah,
before.
Dolly Parton, that was awesome.
Yeah, Dolly, and then the musical stuff, like you were saying, the other like Streisand or
Uh-huh.
whatever. Like, it has so many different songs in there.
What about the joke? He has a joke on the movie, which is pretty fucking awesome about how Frozen song. I've never watched Frozen.
Dude,
there's
One
Frozen
Bill Snowman
it's
is
just like
exactly the same melody
Yentl
as
song?
the Yentl song.
Totally
So
stole
funny.
that shit.
It's so funny. Yeah,
Totally
he nailed that. That is true. I saw that, and I mean, I didn't think of that, but it's like it's so funny, and that reminds me of the humor here. It's like there's a lot of references, but they go like to these obscure places where it's like you wouldn't have thought of that, but that's why it's so funny.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, that's where it killed right there in that one for sure. Like I was thinking about that in other references too, like just stuff they brought up, like. He said like Winter Soldier arm.
He did.
Well,
he said Thanos. He said Thanos. He's like, calm down, Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah,
Wolverine.
they had Green Lantern reference. They had original Deadpool reference.
Yeah.
Logan a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, there's a ton in there, and I feel like too. I mean, not that we're better than anyone, but you know, we were like the only ones getting all the references.
Kind of
It's
work.
gonna be hard for like someone fresh.
Well, I had the question because if you notice when Cable goes back in time and some of his stuff, you see a purple light, which looked like the way that the lights were in Days of Future Past in the future.
Well, that's kind of the future he's from.
Yeah.
So like the reason why
was he like able to live in an apartment though? Was he lying about his mutant powers? That's like I had these kind of questions. Like,
see, that's why we need more about Cable, because Cable's like really in-depth character.
There, you know, it's just vague.
Well, wasn't the guy
go into it another
the
one.
guy with the dreads in Days of Future Past? Wasn't he
Bishop.
supposed to be? Oh, he's Bishop.
Bishop, man, and they ruined Bishop by the way in
Okay.
Days of Future Past. Bishop's one of my favorite X-Men.
Because I was gonna say I thought he was supposed to be Cable, and I'm like Josh Brolin like shit on
Bishop
this
is
dude.
actually a very similar character. Now
Well,
that you say
I
it.
thought
they work
were,
together.
yeah,
They
right?
work together.
Aren't they both time
back in
travel?
time.
Yeah, they're both from the
And
same apocalyptic future. Because Apocalypse is basically the reason, because he releases his virus. That's why Cable's all metal, and he uses his psychic powers to control that metal from taking over his whole body. Because
Jonathan
his virus
says Cable is Cyclops' son. That's true.
He is. I was just gonna say
They
that.
didn't
Yeah,
get
technically.
to that in this movie. And
He did say Hope though.
but that's the kind of thing
Hope,
they
yeah.
just. I guess they'll just wait or whatever. But I definitely could see like what you mentioned. Like it mirrored the post-apocalyptic thing in that movie too.
Yeah, so I had questions. I guess I'm not supposed to ask those because who knows if they'll
you
ever.
can ask. I think it's just you can look to the comics too, and like you can get that.
I just don't know if we'll ever get an
But-
answer. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think.
never connected.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Because once
just
Disney
kinda
takes
vague.
over,
Yeah.
once Disney gets their official hands on those Fox rights, I feel like they're gonna just redo everything.
We did have the funny joke right in the beginning of, you're welcome, Wolverine. It was you going off my
Dude.
R rating movie.
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
the same thing, dude, because you're talking about the Logan references. He's like goofing on it.
Or the Passion of the Christ joke.
Yeah.
That was so
Oh,
good.
I'm like right here. Passion Christ
Yeah.
right here. I'm like right here. That was
Yeah.
funny.
Domestically, but in the year is like in foreign,
Yeah.
there's no religion.
I'm not disappointed. Okay, I don't know if are we getting to negatives yet? I just have one negative.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I mean,
ahead.
Okay, so they have the thing that someone dies early, right? And all the stuff where he goes
I
into
didn't hear
like this
about
other world. He kind of goes into this other
Well,
place.
he does that though in the comics. He goes that because that character I think
he
was
does it
supposed
as
to
a
be like
crazy
death.
person. Not as he does it when he's crazy, like losing it, not like legitimately trying.
No, he
to learn
dies.
You're
from-
talking about Deadpool at the credits?
When
Deadpool in this movie,
when Deadpool
when he was
dies,
going in and he was seeing you know who, and the light was different. He was like in a different world.
yeah,
Oh,
he was.
oh.
He was
I was
dead.
a little that seemed like it wasn't based in
Yeah.
reality, like how Deadpool
I
was.
feel like that was just a dream or something.
Well, okay, because in the comics he does actually die, and when he dies, he actually courts death. But they're not going to do death is just not really a character they're going to be
If they
using.
would, she would have been.
So
in
I
Infinity
think-
War, yeah.
So I think that's what they replaced it with, because he does die in the comics. And
It
he
just
goes
it
to
seemed
this-
for me it was a little like it's just really
I
typical
felt
of
like it
movies.
was, I don't know how it was. It just seemed like a dream, or like maybe he was like paralyzed, like in a coma.
Yeah,
kind
but
of
she
state.
went off the lines that he went off the lines that this person said, and it kind of led how he went forward in the movie.
Mhm.
And for me, I just thought that was a little weak.
I know
That's
what you're
it.
saying.
I'm
I know what
I'm
you're
being
saying.
nitpicky right
Well,
now.
I'm saying,
Right.
like again, it brings back. I feel like the plot was just, it skated by, but it was more just because of the one-liners, the action, and everything.
Yeah,
And it just got us enough to get to the points.
I guess the best thing I would say, I actually would give it something of all superhero movies. I say this right now, What the Folk Show on the No Bullshit, is that all the best deaths of any superhero movie, including other superheroes.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I know what you're saying.
All the best deaths,
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of creative deaths too.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
just so
Reminded
many.
me of like
A Juggernaut. I mean, sorry, it's spoiler, but
Oh, he didn't.
he didn't die.
Didn't die, though.
I know, but the death was. I love the way they did it.
Spoilers are
I
fine
love
too. Like, we
Colossus.
could forget about
Colossus.
And I like how
Yeah.
they officially made Colossus full by knocking his tooth out,
Yeah.
because he always had a gap in the.
I feel bad for
Colossus.
Colossus. Does he not think he can be the regular man anymore? Or does he always have to become the metal self?
I think that it was like contract because they're going against the X-Men
Yeah.
Colossus, because he never was in Colossus form. He was only the human form.
He
And now
can
this one,
switch back and forth.
He
I
made
thought
Colossus.
I thought
He was in
just
Colossus
metal.
form. He did it once.
yeah, and the third one.
The second one.
No, I thought it was a terrible third one.
No, it's the second one. It's when he gets out and helps
Oh yeah,
when he's
I remember
Wolverine
that.
shepherding
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
out.
yeah. But in the Last Stand, he
I feel
also
like, though,
becomes Colossus.
It's like it just
Mm.
that's a question actually I want
Well,
to
that makes
ask
sense.
too,
Yeah,
because they had Juggernaut in the other X-Men ones, and I just felt like
Ugh.
some of these
Terrible
characters
X-Men
were
movie.
like just totally redone. Like the Colossus we see now.
Oh, this was a much better.
No, this
better
is better Juggernaut
What
and
did they
better
say?
Colossus.
And Better
by far.
Colossus, yeah. And I don't think it's like the same, supposed to be the same one. It's almost just like they rebooted those.
Well, they're going off
characters.
of. They basically confirmed that Deadpool takes place in the X-Men First Class universe, not
Yeah.
the Hugh Jackman original X-Men
Well, now,
universe.
yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, kind of before. So, but they reset it anyways with
But
X-Men.
Hugh
First
Jackman's
Class.
like in that too.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
hard to say that because he's also.
But he's also in.
He's in
but he's
it
in
all.
the.
He's in both.
Yeah, he's in both. So that's why they can get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking too. Like that's why Logan is included, because
Yeah.
it's like just happened. So I think some characters, on the side they can just reboot them, but it's more just like a technical
Well,
question.
maybe I mean best deaths, but I also mean that they went a lot into Deadpool coming back from the dead
Mhm.
in this movie a lot more in terms of blowing himself up or doing different things, how he's getting killed or shot at, stabbed and shit, or hurting himself. They pushed the line on that.
What's I heard is like I heard it was definitely
body horror. Good word.
Yeah.
Nico.
A lot of
Nico
gore.
Fizzle on YouTube, producer, director, overall human being.
It's gorier in the first one. I'll say that.
Dude, speaking of deaths too, like what I liked the best.
Somebody's turning off the phones. We have our phones on.
That was this computer.
Computer.
But the one I liked at the end, okay, I mean, this doesn't ruin too much of the ending, but it's like he was dying at one point and he was like milking it, and I was like, at first it seemed serious, and it was just like, okay, now I could never really take Deadpool serious.
Yeah,
that's when they get you.
Yeah,
like that's what they got at the beginning as well too. I could go over the beginning, how they do that to you in the beginning and separately, but at the end, speaking of deaths, like the way he was dying, it looked like a joke movie where he's just like
Yeah, the whole time you knew he was coming back.
I think that was I think that was kind of the point.
Anybody, I don't think it's a spoiler because anybody who watches it knows that it's not going to turn out a certain way they're trying to show.
You gotta see it, you know. You can't even really spoil that. But But the other one I was gonna say that kind of reminded me of that too, and it reminded me of what you were saying where those dream sequences with his girlfriend. Yeah. Like whenever they were dreams or whatever. But the thing that got me that was kind of like that at the beginning was how it got so emo and like, oh, we love each other and we're gonna blah 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 have a life together. And I was just like,
well, that was a callback to the first movie. Remember when he said, you know, life is like, you know, a shit show, but there's patches of nice parts. He was in one of those nice parts, and then life had to come and had kick him in the head.
Yeah, that's why that's why they set it up. It's like they wanted to set up this nice day at the beginning, and then they boom.
Well, as soon as that happened, I was literally just thinking, oh well, they had to because Josh Brolin is supposed to be basically the love interest in this one. Like they need room for Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
So they got to get rid of this person. You know?
I was glad they did though. Like what it ended up being perfect. Like
she kind of gets around. I'm just saying her background and her life is not.
She's definitely a mutant too, though.
Savory.
So she'll eventually get back.
But, I mean, with that ending, he saved her.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
They can easily bring it back.
She did come back.
Go by that.
Wait. So he went back to
save. He did a bunch of. Well, now we're just full spoilers.
Oh, so we think she's going to be
in
the universe still?
Yeah, because he saved her. He saved everyone technically.
Well, that sounds like an amazing. Okay, if she still got her same quote and she only worked like a week, but they say, "Oh, we're going to bring you back in third," I'm like, "Sign me up. This is the best job of an actor."
I don't think there will be a third one. I'm saying I don't think.
Well, X-Force. She'd still be in the X-Force.
That's what they're going to do next. Yeah, I think it's like.
Poor TJ Miller will not be in X-Force.
Yeah, well, somebody.
Someone was asking about TJ Miller.
Yeah,
how was your boy TJ
Jonathan
Miller?
Schaefer. Thanks for listening.
I feel bad, guys.
He's always passable. Yeah. He's not really in it much.
He just mentally. He's got a mental problem, man.
His best movie was.
He's got a best of brain.
She's out of my league.
Are we talking about TJ Miller?
Yeah, TJ Miller. Yeah.
Well, he said it wasn't. He said his brain was fine. Like he's just been fucking up. Like he quit.
No, I've read people have said he literally had like brain damage as a kid.
Yeah, that's why he acts. That's why he doesn't really get social.
Maybe that's hearsay, but that's something
I heard that too. Like he had a seizure like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
a lot of people were saying he's never been the same since then.
We worked with him and he was like, weird as fuck.
He like denies it, you know.
Yeah. He got into drugs and alcohol again too. Like that's why he called that bomb threat in. He got in a fight with a lady on a train, was too drunk, and then called it a bomb threat on her, and then he's like facing 5 years in jail.
I just don't know how when you're famous you'd want to argue with anybody anywhere about anything because like someone's gonna be videotaping you. You know,
he was on Silicon
that
Valley,
part of his
like,
brain.
The best show ever, and he like got mad.
Wait, time out. Silicon Valley is the best show ever.
I was saying it's a funny show.
Is that like one of your favorite shows? We never even talked about it.
Yeah, I like Silicon Valley.
Did you watch this season?
No, I haven't watched the new
one. I really like this season, dude.
I think it's one of the best shows on TV.
Jin Yang, though, man.
What I was gonna say was
annoying
that he got himself kicked off because he was like mad his castmates weren't donating to Hillary Clinton.
What?
Yeah,
that's stupid.
He said they weren't doing enough to fund the.
That's what your video was about?
Yeah, I did a video about all.
What an idiot! That's
he did get in a fight with the Uber driver because they supported Trump. So
my god,
he's crazy, dude. That's what I'm saying. He's not there.
Yeah, it's not his place to tell people who to vote for.
He's not there.
Crazy or not?
Yeah, that was pretty dumb. But Silicon Valley, people who thought personally that the season was going to be shit because he wasn't in it. I disagree. It was actually one of my favorite seasons, to be honest.
I need to catch up.
Probably my favorite ending of a season.
Yeah, well, I like how it was a callback to the first season.
Yeah, well, it's like instead of the first season, usually where they end it is always like, oh, we're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, because we're stupid. But this one didn't really end that way. It was kind of cool, you know? So just like the movie Hostiles. Christian Bale, good movie. We put that out there about America. If you like Westerns, fucking check it out.
That's a new one, too.
It's good. I liked it.
I think actually that's a good time because I was gonna say we got through a lot of Deadpool. If you want to throw anything else out there, we can come back. But
ratings.
any other
Flames.
movies in May? Like, because I think I was going to
Infinity
say
War.
like, round things up. We did Infinity
Solo
War
comes out
first.
next week.
Technically, Infinity War was last week of April.
I did see You Were Never Really Here.
Is that the last
That
thing?
one's good.
Is
The
that the
Joaquin
last thing
Phoenix
we
movie.
watched? Infinity was the last thing we all watched.
That's
Yeah.
the last movie. Yeah.
Okay.
There was like some in between. That's what I was saying. If anyone saw anything, like we saw. I think I told Miguel once we saw Overboard.
Yeah.
I told you that.
You said it was
good,
pretty
right?
funny, right?
Yeah. I told you like it's super funny.
It's not a spoiler. Do they make a cameo, a Kurt or Goldie Hawn?
No, I don't. No, I don't think so.
Girls like
they
I'm not
mention it. They mention it though, but there's a one point like it's in the same town.
Okay.
Mm.
And it's like they end up at the same hospital. I think that it might be the same doctor because there's like this old doctor and he's like, yeah, we only had one other case of amnesia.
Okay.
And it was like in the 80s. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna
Nice.
Well, let me
Call
ask you this: as a fan, if anybody's watched the Will Forte show, Last Man on Earth, recently got canceled
Sad.
on Fox. There's 4 seasons,
Sad,
20
sad,
episodes
sad.
each, or about 19, 20 episodes each on Hulu. I recommend it. Let's all try to save that show. It was
Do you
fucking
work for
awesome.
them?
No, but the
No,
question
they say Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You're talking
I mean,
about Overboard. The question I have is there's a
Yeah.
guy who like a fat, kind of bigger Mexican guy. He's supposed to be funny. He has like a bald head. I think he's Eva Longoria's husband.
Oh yeah.
He was really funny, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see this guy a lot more.
Well, he was in Breaking.
I don't think he was bald, but
Better Call
Yeah,
Saul
so-
first.
but you can tell he doesn't.
Overboard, overall, dude, I recommend it to anyone. Like even if you haven't seen the other one or anything, like it's super funny because
Okay.
they flip it and it's like the Mexican guy. He's like this rich guy.
Yeah.
And he's like a playboy. And he has like models on the boat. And then lots of people know the premise from the trailer anyway. He hits his head, gets amnesia.
Yeah, Anna
yada,
Faris.
Yada yada. But yeah, it's super funny. That guy, he's like a Mexican actor as well. I've
Yeah,
never
he's
seen
been
him
around for a
before.
long time, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's really good.
He's huge.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
The only hard thing for me is that at least from the trailer and what I've seen, like I think there's a chance that he doesn't like women. So it's hard for me. I don't know if the love story works for me. That's the only thing I had.
What are you talking about?
He seems a little effeminate, is what I'm saying.
Well,
From his-
just because he's feminine doesn't mean he doesn't like women.
so he's gonna get with.
He's
Anna
rich.
Faris?
It doesn't
Like, I
matter.
don't-
Like
I don't
he's got a lot
see
of
how-
money. And Anna Faris would
I
be
just
more like
didn't-
the woman to get with him.
I didn't see it. Movies I've seen, like I said, Hostiles, and then I guess I saw a lot of westerns. I finally watched The Hateful Eight on Netflix.
Finally?
Dude,
That's good.
that's my favorite Tarantino movie.
Wow, really?
Yes, I love the jokes and I like
What?
the dialogue. It
It's-
all worked for me.
It's
It is.
good, but it's not.
Favorite Tarantino movies: True Romance or The Rock. Those are his actual good movies.
Whoa,
but he was a writer
Pulp
on
Fiction
those.
is his best movie, bro. Let's
Do you know what
stop
the
that right now.
reminds me of? Though? Like, what's that other
That's a good one,
movie
too.
that like Chris Pratt was in and it had like a bunch of cowboys too?
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
It's way better than that.
That movie was
No,
not
I
that
know
good.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that movie was not that good.
No, it is. I'm saying
Yeah.
it's so weird. I didn't realize they were that close.
Damn, that was
What's
Antoine
up with
Fuqua
that?
too.
I
Yeah.
think
He works with-
Tarantino was making
He
a
works
spoof
with
on the
Denzel.
Magnificent Seven.
Like that.
Oh
No,
okay.
well, yeah, that's exactly what it was. Because there's, the original
came out
samurai
the same
movie.
Oh, you're right.
Well,
7, 8. Well, it was more than one better. I tell you that
it
much.
was supposed to be like because Magnificent Seven there was an original
It's a
movie.
classic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a remake.
and it's a remake of a samurai movie.
Yeah.
And then it's
And then they
the
did the Chris Pratt one. I know he was.
well, no. Then they did the Yul Brennan, Charles Bronson. What's his name from?
It was
Great
first
Escape?
Seven Samurai. Then
Yeah.
they made it Magnificent
Seven.
Seven, and then they
Remade Magnificent Seven.
Antoine Fuqua
And then
and
they made
Denzel, who
Seven
make
Samurai.
every
And then,
movie
and then
together.
so Hateful Eight is a play on those numbers.
Yeah.
But it's
That's what I
it's
was
his
thinking.
Dirty Eight.
Yeah.
I
You
was
know?
trying to put it all together. I didn't mean to go too far off.
Well, but I know it was
saw that
good
movie, too.
because I was on Netflix and I see someone to watch. It was late on a weekend. The future wife was sleeping. I looked for something new I haven't seen. That's hard for
You
me.
don't own
I've
that
seen
movie.
a lot
You
of
could have
things.
just watched.
It was better on Netflix. It was 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's a long
and
one.
it went. I didn't feel like I was like, oh my god, this movie's so long. I was into it. So the dialogue worked, the jokes, very non-PC. I love obviously Tarantino's best thing for me is the blood, the way he shoots things. That's why I love to see him do a superhero movie someday, another R-rated one. But yeah, Hateful Eight. If you were always
It's a good
wondering,
movie.
kind of, should I check it out? I thought it was great.
Yeah. You were never really here. The new Joaquin Phoenix movie.
Okay.
That movie.
You
should
made
check
it when you talked to me about it. You made it sound like you were disappointed.
I wasn't disappointed. Just because like when we saw the trailer, we thought we were gonna get a revenge story.
It's
Yeah.
different.
It's
than what
not
it's
that at
presented.
all. Yeah,
It's a-
it's more from his perspective of like he's got a lot of depression and just how he sees
like
everything
the before and aftermath of violence.
Yeah.
like what it does.
and what it does to you.
Okay, the after effect. Like
Yeah.
going way more into it than
Because they don't give
what
you a lot of
Barry was saying.
backstory. They don't like this movie's more about kind of figuring out for yourself and not giving you a lot.
Okay.
It's just a lot of images and quick shots, and you kind of have to piece it together yourself. But I would check it out. It's not that long. It's really
See
kind of short.
The kitchen.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, that was crazy.
It's a movie from a house of art or an art house movie, is what
Yeah.
you say.
And it's not definitely does have a better hammer scene than Old Boy, but it does have some
Oh,
good
no
hammer.
way. What about you, Nicola? Good movie you've seen recently?
I mean, I saw
In May, that you've seen in May. That's not That's something we haven't mentioned.
So anybody see Life of the Party?
I wanted to actually.
Not yet. I haven't seen.
I'll
it
watch it on Movie
Yeah.
Pass.
It's shitty. It's shitty.
It's not.
Shitty?
No, it's actually funny.
Totally. Okay, wait.
It's not Tully.
How
I
was
want to see.
How was Tully?
It was good. It made me be. I'm happy I'm not a woman.
Better than
Is it
better
a lot
than
of
Young Adult?
depression?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see Young Adult.
So Young
Okay.
Adult was very.
It was Jason Reitman, obviously son of
It's
Ivan Reitman.
depressing, but
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
got
that's
good
why I
endings.
didn't want to see it. I thought about it because I heard it was good.
Yeah.
But I was
His
like,
movies aren't
"Oh,
really
that's gonna be
ever the
sad."
happiest
I know
movies.
it's gonna be a bummer.
Yeah.
How was the young girl?
She's good.
Mackenzie
She's good?
Davis.
Because we're gonna see her in Mackenzie Phillips,
You
right?
should
Davis.
watch it,
Davis?
though.
We're gonna see her in a lot of things.
Oh yeah, she's in Terminator. She's in the new Terminator movie.
She's the
From
Terminator.
Tim Miller, the guy who directed the original Deadpool, who's now produced by James Cameron. So it's gonna be pretty good.
Oh,
I hope
nice.
it's good.
Oh yeah, I hope
James
so.
Cameron's been saying the last Terminator.
Well, no, but he's got influence on the writing and he's like producing.
Yeah,
it,
but she
so-
was in *Halt and Catch Fire* with Scoot McNewt, who was in Batman vs Superman.
which they made fun of in Deadpool 2.
Oh, connected.
Is that a real?
I wasn't even connected.
Yeah,
I was
Scoot
gonna be
McNewt, man,
unconnected.
he's-
Scoot McNewt.
That's his name.
Scoot McNairy.
Scoot McNair. We call him Scoot. Scoot McNewt.
Well, he's a good actor. He's worked a lot.
He's also in Dave. What's that movie that you have on Hulu? The one that I watched that sucked with Michael Fassbender. And he's wearing the thing on his face.
Oh yeah, Frank or
Frank.
no.
Frank. He's in Frank Michael
Yeah.
Fassbender, who's in X-Men, who they mentioned in this
This
movie.
movie.
So we're continuing to bring it back here, all connected, all
I
like
feel
the
you should be
Matrix.
keeping score. It's like,
Oh, dude, we can go. We can do.
I would love to do a show
There's a
about
movie.
connecting
There's a
actors
game
to
we
movies.
play. It's called Movie Bomb, and it's like we'll go for hours
Oh,
because
yeah.
we just know.
We go for
So,
hours
like,
because
we should,
I
like-
just end up answering questions for people so we can keep playing.
Yeah.
like turn this into like some sort of point system.
Oh, I
We
wish.
can have like a tally.
Yeah.
And
That'd be awesome.
See how that way people know how smart we are.
Oh yeah, we're pretty smart.
You know.
You know,
Pretty smart.
I feel like
Pretty smart when it comes to
when you have to
films,
say
TV
you're pretty
shows.
smart, that's a bad flag.
That's
yeah.
true. I'm not smart at
Yeah,
all.
you should, there you go. That's true.
Yeah.
We want to talk to.
No, but I'm still smart.
You're still smart. Do we want to talk to who's listening right now? We got Jonathan
Yeah.
Schaefer. Talked about T.J. Miller. Yeah. Oliver Quinn. What did you miss? You missed a pretty good sequel, man. Sorry, Jackie Brown is the best Tarantino movie of all
That's a good
time.
one.
That's a good one, man.
That's
I really
De
like
Niro,
him.
F the world, fuck the world. Isn't that what it means? Yeah, De Niro's the shit. Jackie Brown is.
Oliver
He's hilarious.
Legit.
He's hilarious. Hilarious.
All
in the movie.
Catch Fire. That's a
Yeah,
show.
Yeah, that's a good-
That's
that's
what
a-
Scoot
yeah.
All in
and-
Catch Fire.
Scoot
He's
and
seen that.
Hanson.
It's a great show,
It's a great
man.
show, yeah.
Good music.
Good show.
Netflix for sure.
Ooh, I love what the way the dude like the last season too, like the
Yeah, it's good.
how they how
They end it. They end the same way the first episode started, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did you ever watch *Halt and Catch Fire*?
Yeah. I watched I think just the first 2 seasons.
I feel like it's tough because
Beginning
like
of it.
it drops second season. If you can make it past the second season, I feel like it gets better.
Yeah.
Once it was like,
Once
oh,
Cameron's kind of issues get out of the way,
yeah,
it gets a little bit better.
and then they start kind of doing things that connect to like real life technology that we got used to, which I
Mhm.
thought was kind of interesting. So yeah, it's a show about computers in the '80s and how that whole world
Yeah.
went up.
Nintendo, they bring it's all like games, internet,
What
AOL.
else? What else should we talk about?
Cutthroat.
Oliver Quinn for the win. Yeah, best De Niro movie you haven't seen. Sleepers with Jason Patrick and Brad Pitt. I love that movie.
Brad Pitt.
Very depressing.
Deadpool.
Brad Pitt was in
Brad Pitt,
Deadpool.
too.
I wonder because it wasn't him. It was definitely CGI.
Yeah,
Terry Crews was great.
Yeah.
I think it is just like I know what you're saying. When you said Brad Pitt, I was like maybe, but I don't even think you could tell who it is.
Well, you could.
it's
I
a
feel like you
quick.
could.
Yeah, they give you that shot like
It's
straight
definitely
on
him.
face shot.
But I just have to think how they managed that because
You think
He
it was
shot-
Brad Pitt?
no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
He came in
was
for-
Brad Pitt.
he came in for a day for
Yeah,
real.
You think he
probably-
actually came
yeah,
in?
I'm sure.
He was in credits.
Yeah,
Like,
he came in for a day.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Did? Oh, okay.
I knew it was gonna be somebody famous.
I bet you. I
Close.
bet you. He was he probably was like in green suit carrying the backpack or something.
That's-
That would be.
Dude, that was
That's
another thing. Before that, though, it's like whenever he was just invisible and it's just the backpack.
Oh,
That shit was hilarious,
Yeah.
dude.
Peter,
Like,
man,
Is he
all star of the movie.
Yeah, Peter was, and the future wife loves a show with him on Amazon. It's about like some American guy who goes to Britain.
You're saying future wife too much.
Future wife,
Okay.
Future Man, good show. On
No,
John
it
Asbury, I can't. When's the new
Yeah.
season, man? I can't
I
wait. for
hope
that
it's soon.
one. Yeah,
man.
I can't wait for that
Yeah, I
one.
want to finish the first season was really good.
Dude, you gotta finish that if you haven't finished it yet.
But the other thing I was gonna say, back to Deadpool. I guess we will come back and like end on Deadpool. You said
Okay.
you want to do ratings too. The other thing I was gonna say is that then was like I just love the X-Force part of it, like how Deadpool is like putting up this team.
Mhm.
Like that was some of the best parts of the movie. Like not just the part at the beginning, like where he starts his first X-Force, but like by the end too, like where it's like Cable's on his team
Yeah.
and he's got it forms.
Well, they're
like,
set-
some
they're setting
people
up for
come
the-
and go.
They're setting up for the X Force movie.
Yeah, the X-Force, the setup at the end, like the way it lifts off, it's like that's.
Well, I
love
feel also-
all that.
Poking fun at like poking fun at the team up movies.
It was, and that's why I loved it, because I love tropes like that. I love the typical, we're going to put a team together, montage, bring the background of all the characters in, and they meet. Someone has a fun joke, and we find out what their role is going to be in the team. I love how they did that, and then they went Deadpool spin with that.
We won't say
I thought that was awesome.
That's something that don't want to.
And like at the beginning, you almost like they do a bunch of different twists on you with that team up part. Like you're saying, it's like a parody of it in the very beginning. The stuff you're talking about, the intros and the interviews,
typical.
And then they go on their first mission. Obviously, spoilers. Like all of a sudden, it's like
don't spoil it.
That big twist. It's
let's not give it official.
I don't want to give it that one away.
Yeah, there's a big twist with all that. Something happens you don't think is going to happen, which is really funny. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So,
do you want to give flames? Or sorry, stars for me because I'm from America.
I do have 10. I do have 10.
I actually turned mine into a temperature scale.
Okay. Out of what, Celsius or what is it?
No,
Fahrenheit.
America.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Okay. Metric system? What do we use in
metric system?
Fahrenheit.
Just Fahrenheit.
That's how you do temperature. No, but I was gonna do 1 to 100 because 100 is like really hot. That's like you have a fever.
Yeah, 100 degrees.
So Infinity War would be
a cool like 98 degrees.
Yeah, but technically, like it goes way.
Are you talking about your body temperature? Because your body temperature, you want 98.
Like you can't even cook a pizza with 100 degrees, so you might as well start at like 450.
The band 98 degrees.
98
That's
degrees.
The max.
You are my everything.
Nothing is better than that band, so you can't go past that.
We can debate.
Okay.
I don't know. What would you guys rate it?
Well, we're gonna talk about your mean joke on Twitter, where I was doing the hashtag about how I don't trust anyone and then one of them was that likes the remake of Point Break more than the original, and then I tagged you in it, and then you replied, technically it made more money than the other one. Now, is that what we're about now?
No,
on this no bullshit. What the fuck?
It's
about money.
But that's only because of inflation. That's the only reason why I made more.
It's all inflation.
It's only inflation.
It's all inflation.
In retrospect, the other one made more money.
If you went by butt cheeks in the seats, I feel like there were more butt cheeks in seats, but there was also inflation based on population. So fuck. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not talking about dollars.
And it's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie, dude.
But it made more money. You can't deny that. That's just a fact. That's not.
Well, no, because if you put the movies side to side and you compare how much the money are to the value back then to now, the one in the past made more money.
I'm just saying
I'm not sure.
It was a little bit of low blow. You know how much I love the original Point Break, and it's not. I wish you'd support me with the movie I love.
I just think Point Break reboot has a lot of things.
Do you have Gary Busey? No. Do you have Patrick Swayze? No. Do you have Keanu Reeves? No. That movie can eat shit.
I think there was a Phoenix in that movie, like River or Summer or Spring Phoenix. One of the Phoenixes.
Did they go skydiving in the first one though?
Skydiving.
Yes. That's how the movie ends.
Yeah. One of them.
Okay.
That's how it ends.
One of them goes without a parachute.
Yeah.
Skydiving connecting to Deadpool 2. There's skydiving scene. Boom. Parachutes. Boom.
Point for
they
There's guns in both movies. No surfing though. No surfing. That was a little disappointing.
Yeah. See, surfing. I need surfing.
Yeah. Actually, Nico, have you seen the original Point Break?
Actually, I haven't. I only know the.
And you're over here breathing out my neck.
Where he's pointing the gun.
Yeah, man, that's the classic scene. The dead president.
Have you really not seen Point Break?
I haven't seen Point Break.
Flees that movie.
How do you even want to be a filmmaker when you haven't watched movies like Point Break?
Catherine Bigelow, she made one of the best actions.
Like Point Break is like,
dude, I don't get it.
Cinema.
I don't get it.
I watched the Honest Trailer.
Hurts my heart.
It's a classic action movie. It's like the
God.
bar for a lot of movies.
I know, but it's not.
Sorry,
it's not like we watched in like film schools. Like
yes.
Well, you know what's funny? That was one of the first movies to do the flip of the best friend with the bad.
That movie started so many movies. Like Fast and the Furious exists because of Point Break.
I know.
It's true.
I think
8 of the best movies with cars.
Yeah, it was just like Point Break with cars.
Yes, it was. It's exactly
like
Point Break with cars.
Please watch that. You're gonna come over. You're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Are you gonna absorb it and listen?
I mean,
Catherine
Bigelow's
best role.
Yeah.
Second's best role.
You should also watch the reboot back to back. Because the reboot is really amazing.
Shut your mouth.
Did you see the reboot?
I saw. I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
No, wait, gun to your head. What's the best Point Break movie? What's the best Point Break movie?
Put the gun away, okay?
I turned your gun into bubbles.
Oh, boom. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet, bro.
Did you see the reboot?
I haven't seen it.
See, dude, you gotta see that. How can you not have seen that? It made $150 million.
No, it did not. Yeah, that's like worldwide. It flopped in America. You know,
$150 million.
Well, it
that's
did
like double what.
All in Canada.
But no, I was gonna say, yeah, it domestically flopped. You know that, right? It only made that much worldwide. It did not. It did terrible.
It made more than this budget.
Because of the world budget, not domestically. Domestically, it flopped.
We got Oliver Quinn. Oliver Quinn This is what the Falk show. I'm starting to feel like I have a kinship with you, buddy. You talk about Hot Fuzz.
Nice.
Fucking awesome.
Love Hot Fuzz.
But then he says here, nobody saw Trains, Planes, and Automobiles.
Oh,
that's a great movie, dude. John Candy, Steve Martin.
One of the best Steve Martin cussing scenes.
Oh my god,
ever
amazing
in a movie.
ending. Like, dude, that is an amazing movie.
Fuck you. Oh, dude, I love that
Trying to
movie.
get that ticket.
Well, he's trying to get home to his
He's
family.
trying to get home, and that was like, what is it? Road Trip? Not Road Trip. What was the one with Robert Downey Jr. Zach Galifianakis?
Oh yeah, Due Date. Yeah,
Due Date doesn't exist.
That's just copied.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Like he said, yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
It's the
Oliver
basis for
Queen,
every
way to
road
go,
trip.
man.
So you got Planes, Trains, you got Point Break, two of the basis, the origin stories for a lot of these movie tropes we watched.
80s and 90s, man. Those movies are great.
Yeah,
that was a great era of
Heck yeah.
movies.
I haven't watched it
It's
yet.
all coming back. It's all coming back.
It really is.
Like Celine Dion, who did a song in Deadpool 2.
Yep, Canada.
And
Supporting her
it's
fellow
all
Canadian.
coming back. And I think Celine Dion is also Canadian.
She is. That is
So
correct.
is Deadpool.
Okay, if we want to get Celine
So
Dion for a
I
second.
get a point there.
That
Okay.
was a point.
I'll just say I have seen the video, and I remember that video, right?
Which one?
The All Coming Back to Me.
Oh, okay.
She's like running in a mansion, like with a dress, and like it's very open. It's just like very dramatic.
Yeah.
When I
What
watched
you're
that,
saying.
I always thought that she kind of ripped off Meatloaf and Do Anything for
Oh,
Love
man,
video.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does.
The song sounds the same.
It kind of does.
I will do
Anything for love.
Yeah.
that.
But I
She's
won't
like,
do that.
But it's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
I
It all
mean,
works.
There it is.
She kind of
Melody.
cheated a little bit. So I feel like she stole from an American because the Americans were the best.
Well, that's all Canadians can do. I mean,
Most
you really
of it.
expect them to live up to
As is
I
tradition.
mean, they make the best maple
Here,
syrup.
Canadian.
Let's be real, guys. Come on.
Well, it comes out of the trees,
It
so they
does.
don't technically
Yeah,
make it.
the trees do it.
They gotta plant the
They
trees.
live by
Okay?
the trees
You get a
that
tree,
have
you
maple
put a really
syrup.
strong straw in there.
You know what I will
and the
throw
stuff
out?
comes out.
Something that I would definitely should check out. Evil Genius on Netflix.
Oh, you finally watched
It's
it?
a new. Yeah, dude. That's
It's been already second season.
no.
this
It's a
documentary.
It's a documentary.
You're watching documentaries.
Yeah.
I'm happy you're watching documentaries.
I always watch documentaries.
No, because I want to talk to you about one specifically that I
Okay.
really loved, and I tell you things I really love, and you never watch
Wild,
them.
Wild Country.
Yes.
I know it's so good.
Duplass.
Duplat. And they did Evil Genius.
Did you finish it?
No, I watched the first episode with
Dude,
my mom.
okay, dude. It is so interesting that actually happened, man. I talked to Nicolo's dad about it. I talked to my dad. I'm calling everybody. I talked about this Rajneesh Perm. Like, I want to make a movie about it, dude.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made
Who's
a
going
movie
to play
about that.
Sheila? I'm just saying, on Netflix, the show about this cult slash federal indictment takeover, like the federal
Militia,
government versus a
almost,
cult,
yeah.
militia,
Like-
like so much money involved. They had this wild country. It's about this
Duplass
cult.
Brothers, because they also did Evil Genius. They
Yeah.
also produced that one, and
And
that's also.
I'm a
really
little
crazy
stoked
story.
because I didn't think he was going to be able to watch it documentary, but now he's already doing.
Dude,
Evil Genius.
I've watched documentary all the time.
True. It's good. It's a good documentary. Proud of
Netflix,
you right now.
And Netflix is killing it with their documentaries.
Oh, yeah.
They're literally killing it.
Yeah, well,
with their
okay,
documentaries.
another one. If we're really getting in, I watched the Toronto. They have one about the Toronto Raptors. Anybody's
Ooh.
basketball fan about when Vince Carter
Oh, I saw that
came
on
there, and then when Tracy McGrady came,
okay.
and just how it kind of changed the whole culture of. And we talked
Is
about
it
Canada.
30 for 30?
No, it's on.
No,
It's on
it's
Netflix. It's like an hour and a half.
Did you see the what they just signed for the Michael Jordan one?
Yeah, it's gonna be
13
sick.
episode Netflix series by
Yeah,
Michael
That's
Jordan.
awesome.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I saw a lot of but that just reminded me because those are kind of docs too. Like
30 for 30 is great.
they had so many good ones. They used to be on Netflix at one point too.
I wish they
But
were.
Dude, they
man.
didn't bring him back. He still hasn't seen XFL.
I've missed so many
There's
good
so
ones,
many
dude.
good ones
The
on
XFL
there.
one is so
It reminded
good.
me
Yeah.
of that because there's like they'll go through different stories. Like
Bill
you
and
said,
Bill.
Raptors,
I still haven't seen that one. I want to see what Bill Belichick and what's his name?
or like the
Bill
Joe-
Parcells sit down
the Joe
together.
Paterno one.
Oh, I
Like,
was
shit like that. Like they go into every. There's like good ones, bad ones. There's one about Mike Tyson. I like those really good.
no.
And then there's another doc that I just thought of off the top of my head. I think it was like coming out at the same time. But like, have you seen any like the OJ ones?
Oh, dude.
Oh, all
That
the
was
OJ
30
ones are good.
And that won an Oscar, man.
Actually, wasn't there a 30 for 30?
Yeah, and that
what
won
I'm
the
saying.
Oscar.
That's what
Yeah.
it was. It was
Yeah.
a 5-parter.
that
Yeah.
one's legit.
It was
That
so good.
insane,
Yeah.
dude. That was okay. I forgot that was 30 for
Yeah,
30. But yeah, that was I forgot because it felt like it was a
That's
show.
an Oscar-winning
It was so
documentary.
Well, you know
long.
the craziest part for me was that the way the OJ trial went was strictly because of the LA riots.
Mhm.
Like what
Oh, yeah.
happened with the LA riots is why OJ was
That's what
not guilty.
Clarence Thomas is smart.
Everyone
He
was
used-
so
or
Clarence
no,
Thomas.
sorry.
Different guy.
That's-
Yes,
yes.
It's
that's
a different HBO
sorry.
movie.
No, that's their Supreme Justice.
But yeah, it was, and we got Philip Wu right here talking about Face Off. It's like every action movie trope going full throttle. Folk, yeah, Face Off is awesome.
That's a great movie.
John
Woo.
Travolta's best movie.
You got
Nicolas Cage's.
Yeah,
One,
think
yeah.
one of his
I mean,
one of
best.
his best.
The Rock or that or Con Air or that. It's hard.
That era was really good for Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
I
that
have to
was
say.
the
Wicker Man.
time.
That was his
Okay.
golden era.
Wicker Man is
Shut
when
him
that's when his career
The
started.
Weatherman. Anything with W's is not good. for-
Weatherman, that was that was whatever.
Well, there was-
Family Man was good.
There's a movie on Netflix. I was really bored. I ended up watching him and Elijah Wood, and they play
Oh, how
cops
was
who
that?
rob
Heist?
drug dealers.
That one looks kind of.
Wasn't it called
It
Heist?
wasn't bad. It was another future
saw
wife
that-
sleeping. I
I
need
saw
someone to
that
watch.
before,
It wasn't
yeah.
bad. I've
Well, it's
seen
like
worse.
I love Nick Cage because I feel Johnny Depp's about to go down the same road where
totally.
they're out of money, so they gotta just make as many movies as possible.
Totally.
And he's already Nicolas Cage already has like 8 movies out this year.
I'm willing to bet we're gonna see a Nick Cage, Bruce Willis, Thomas Jane, John Cusack, Johnny Depp movie.
Bruce Willis
soon.
Just works. I don't know.
He doesn't get acting anymore. He doesn't care.
Divorces, I
Dude,
don't
he just
know.
does the same fate. Like I
Dead.
hated Death Wish because he just was like,
It's just
I'm
Bruce
going for
Willis.
the I'm Bruce Willis in this movie.
Okay, it's easy for me to know if I want to like it more. Is Death Wish better than Death Sentence, starring Kevin Bacon?
That's
Never
actually
They're the same.
great.
They're the same.
That's
But I
it.
like Death
No,
Wish.
they're the same. They're the same movie, bro. They're both a little bit boring.
There's no
and,
satisfying revenge.
That sentence is fun.
No, it's not.
I like Death Wish as well. Like,
Death-
I
I
like-
watch it. I think
I
I'm gonna
like the
it more.
original Death Wish. That's why I hate the new
I think I'm
one.
gonna like it
worth
more than you do. I'll
watching.
be honest.
I think it's fun. It's just like
Yeah.
he goes like berserk. It's like revenge.
Okay, what's wrong with
It's
this?
like really good revenge.
Eli Roth dropped the ball fat on that.
You
one.
just hate Eli Roth.
No, I used to love Eli Roth.
Eli Roth is like your John Krasinski for him and
No,
my Tobey Maguire.
I can't wait for. Oh no, he didn't do. Mine.
Actually, we talk about being haters. Nico Fascizel on YouTube, professional director with your new movie Mission Impossible Insurance Protocol. 2 stars right here. We'll do a podcast for that. It's pretty fucking awesome. See it on our channels. Who's an actor, producer, director that you just hate and you know that you're
I'll tell you the
biased
one I hate.
over?
What do you like?
Some
Just,
like
I can't
I hate
stand-
Tobey Maguire. Like I hate the Spider-Man. I don't hate
I
him,
hate
but
Paul
like,
W. Anderson.
he hates John Krasinski. He just hates John
Well,
Krasinski.
I hate.
I don't really hate him that much. I
You,
think
you just like him.
I think I just
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
like
have to
him
think
a lot.
about it.
There's
I
like
have to
movies
think about
where you can tell like, okay, everyone likes this movie, but I dislike it because this one person just bugs me so much. You
it.
know?
I don't really think about that for actors. I don't know.
You know? There's
Yeah.
no one that rubs you the wrong way.
No, not really.
Too accepting.
Yeah.
But you don't watch Point Break.
Connor asked the hard question.
Paul W. S.
That's
Anderson.
the
If you watch
2020
any
over here.
Paul,
Walter.
see, Paul W. S.
Still
Anderson
little
is
dude.
the worst. He's the worst director out there.
I
I
can't.
can't-
See that,
I
for
hate
sure,
all his
for
fucking
sure.
movies
So
except.
pretentious.
I'll give you one movie that he's good, made it good. It was Event Horizon, and that was the only movie
Yeah.
that wasn't based on a video game. Because now he's doing the Monster Hunter series with his wife Mila Jovovich.
oh.
It's like stop do your own movies.
Actually, I know what you're saying about him as well, but the one I actually thought who you meant, I said pretentious because I thought you meant Wes
Oh,
Anderson.
No, I love me as Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson,
Yeah,
I
so
think. is-
Island of Dogs was legit.
I didn't see that, but I
Legit.
just feel like he's a little
Isle of
pretentious and like a little like
I
too
love that
artsy.
He's a little
Like,
Well, he's
emo,
yeah, that's
like-
what he is. He's an artsy director.
Like, and I definitely did. I love his earlier movies, like when they were more like regular movies. Like he
Well-
made those ones with Ben Stiller that were really good.
Well, he shoots all his
Yeah.
movies like plays.
he
That's
lives
what
in a
does.
house of art. We're starting to turn you to the dark side. Finally, welcome to America. Who do you hate?
Scott Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood.
Okay, well that's
Yeah, Scott Eastwood
that's good.
sucks.
That's
No
yeah.
one likes him.
No one likes him.
If they saw the if they watched
If you see Scott Eastwood's gonna be in the movie,
Yeah.
you're probably not
our
gonna
Pacific
like
Rim podcast, he's a bad actor.
Yeah, Pacific Rim came out on DVD. So did Black Panther.
People who don't even know movies see him in a movie like this guy wasn't very good. Like,
Yeah.
they couldn't find anybody better.
It's just like you just look at him and you're just like, I don't like him.
I know.
You just
Well, it's
don't-
funny 'cause
you don't have a reason.
We were actually having a debate about him in my office recently, actually, and like the ladies of the office loved him, and I'm like, you only love him because his like smile, I guess, but like, pay attention to his acting? It's just the worst. He
Yeah.
just
Oh,
has
yeah.
2
These
lines.
guys actually okay, cool. The cast. or the
We're starting
chat-
something. We're starting
Yeah,
something.
the
Yeah.
chat is getting in on this, and they have some good ones. I want to start with M. Night Shyamalan.
Ooh,
Because this kind of reminds me of
God,
the same reasons I don't like Wes
he's getting
Anderson.
improved.
Yeah.
Where it's like they come from this early '90s, like pretentious. Like this guy says it pretty good. He says, "Thanks, Philip, for the comment." He says, "Makes it still like a film student in his second year." It's just like it's just like where they like overdo it or something kind of like thing. And it's
although
like,
I do
they're
love
like-
Unbreakable.
like,
Well, okay.
Ugh.
Split, Signs, and Unbreakable are awesome movies. I'll say that. I have to say that for Shyamalan. But as soon as you start talking about him, we're making fun of him. I immediately go to the Always Sunny episode where they're trying to find the Shyamalan movie guy.
yeah.
He's like, "Are you from
Yeah.
South Afghanistan? Or
Yeah.
anything? Pakistan? My family's from India. Ooh, that'll work.
Yeah.
Do some kind of Shyamalan like twist for us or something? Yeah, Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Dude, I know exactly what you're saying. That's
He,
hilarious.
he basically hung himself with The Village. I mean,
Dee's a
really.
featured. She's a featured. She was just background.
Yeah, she's
But she says she's featured, which I know because I used to do background. So she's like, "Oh, where's my trailer and everything?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, you're gonna go sit in the tent. We'll call you when we need you. Here's the release you need to sign." Yeah, I can see how Shyamalan's potential. We got Patton Oswalt. Someone like Patton Oswalt. I got to tell you, I'm kind of a fan of Patton. I really
I still
am.
like
Yeah.
him actually.
Yeah.
I kind of think he has a dumb.
was a big fan. What was that movie that was like really dark? Some guy
The
that wrote
Fan.
The Wrestler. Yeah, The Fan.
Another one of the fan, not the Tony Scott Robert De Niro movie.
No, but it's this guy that wrote The
Yeah.
Wrestler, and it was like about a Giants
that movie?
fan. Or no, was it a Giants fan or a Philly fan?
I couldn't get through it.
It's really
dark.
depressing.
It's
It kind of
really
is. It's pretty dark.
Yeah.
I was like,
Horatio.
Benicio del
Sands.
Toro. It's one of his
Horatio
best
Sands.
movies.
Oh man, that's why we don't see him anymore, guys.
Yeah, nobody really liked likes him anymore.
I always think that one SNL when they're Easter and they all go out there. Him and Tim Meadows and Jimmy Fallon, they're playing that song.
Well, they did for Christmas
Easter,
too.
Christmas is coming, or like whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he was good on Saturday Night Live, but his
So
movie
classic
roles were
moments.
like.
I feel like it kind of started dropping with Boat Trip.
I was gonna say Boat Trip.
Like
That's
him
the
and
one.
Cuba Gooding Jr. kind of went down the
Yeah,
same
they were
path.
like, "Oh fuck, this movie's gonna be amazing. It's about
Yeah.
us on a gay cruise. This is a total winner."
You go from being in the first movie to being
Oh,
in the
radio.
sequels that go straight to DVD, like a Daddy's Home 2. You know, you got to take over for actors. They can't take over for Eddie Murphy. Like, and Eddie Murphy isn't like big anymore, but Cuba is low enough to where he had to be in the sequel of an Eddie Murphy.
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
The straight to DVD.
The straight to DVD sequel. So
He
not very
was
good.
just blew it. Like he had like a really good start, but then like after, he got an Oscar, but then it was just like
downhill.
That was
It's
it.
like a one-hit wonder almost.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, his early roles were
still
great.
good.
They were.
He's still
He
good.
got on that show as OJ.
Oh, dude, he was
yeah,
great
he
as
was good
OJ.
in the OJ
Yeah, he was
show.
great as
Actually,
OJ.
you know, it's a good one too. From
And he was good in
back the
American
day.
Horror Story.
Rat Race.
That's a
I
good one.
love
He
Rat
drove
Race.
the bus
I
in
love
Rat
Rat
Race.
Race.
It was so
Rat Race
funny.
is
He's with all those
They have
Lucy's.
the
They're like,
funniest-
"Oh my God, Ricky!"
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that was a good one.
They have the funniest little the Nazi bit in.
Oh, dude. Yeah, when John Lovitz.
Yeah.
Yes.
John Lovitz,
Yeah.
man.
Yes.
I love
God,
his-
John
Yeah.
Lovitz.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's a great
Ash.
ensemble cast. You got Breckin Myers. You got Roman Atkins. You got Roman Atkins, man. He's legit.
Mhm.
Like
He's coming out with the new Johnny English movie this year.
Yeah. he came out of retirement.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they just didn't get him to play Zazu again in the remake of Lion King. They should have just got everyone to voice
Yeah.
They
again.
could have. I know it's weird.
I mean, he's
Jonathan
so hot right
Taylor
now.
Thomas
Donald
probably still
Glover
looks like a 14-year-old.
Well, Donald Glover's playing
Yeah.
the voice of Simba. He's
Yeah.
so hot right now. I mean,
yeah,
so
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. That reminds me,
Okay.
actually, another thing before we go. We're coming up on 50 minutes. Good stuff. Good
Oh,
stuff, guys. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Appreciate you guys.
Coming up movies. Let's go think forward a little bit because we just said Donald Glover, who's so hot right now. This Is America song. He hosted SNL, and he's also going to be in the Star Wars movie next week. That's
Yeah.
the next movie.
So-
I hear he
yeah.
steals that movie, man. I hear Lando Calrissian
I'm
kills
sure
it.
he
man.
has
But when
to
there's no
because-
one that can take the movie, someone has to steal it.
Well, dude,
Right?
it's like-
Chewbacca.
It was either him or the Millennium Falcon.
that's what I was gonna say. The Han Solo actor is getting like a lot of bad vibes. Like everyone's saying he can't act and shit. So it's
Yeah.
like, of course, but at the same time,
He's in one of my favorite Josh Brolin movies. Hail Caesar.
Oh, yeah, that was one of your top
That's a
5 on the What
pretty
the Fuck
cool
Show
movie.
top 5 Josh Brolin movies.
but the Don Glover still is really good though. So it's
Why?
hard to say.
Don
Right.
Lover? It's hard to
Donald-
say? Is that what you're saying?
Donald Glover.
It's hard to say literally, or it's hard to say what he's going to
I'm
do?
saying it's hard to say that Don Glover isn't awesome because he's always been
Okay, you're
awesome.
going over. You keep going over the name. Don Lover.
You know Don Glover, right?
His name is Donald Glover.
Yes.
Don Glover.
Yes.
I call him Don.
Your friends.
Yeah,
Your
Don
friends.
Glover.
That's cool.
Okay.
You should introduce me. I wanted to meet him since.
Is there
Bro rape.
something humorous about saying Don Glover?
Well, his name's Donald Glover, so that's why I'm.
But it's Dong. I'm just joking.
That's what. Yeah.
Okay.
I just like saying Dong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you like
But,
those.
You do like
no,
the
I was
dong.
gonna say he's a great actor already, but then you also hear the Han Solo actor's bad, so it's hard.
Well,
Yeah.
2 movies for me, I would say that are kind of under the radar. One is Kin. Dennis Quaid's
That's
in
in
it.
August.
Good for Dennis Quaid. That's upcoming. Does that not count?
He's a,
No, I'm saying.
yeah, I guess
far
you're saying
out.
summer movies. Right?
Okay, well, really, upcoming is the
Next
movie.
week is Han Solo. I think that's the only one.
You're saying coming up soon, the movie Upgrade.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
when is
That
that?
looks
I
really
heard
good.
about that
It has
too.
to be the next 2 weeks, I would think.
I think
I don't
it's
know.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Honestly, sorry to bother you. Looks really.
Yeah, it's gonna be really good.
Yeah,
And
that's-
Tessa, whatever her name's in it, who's in everything
She's
right
fucking
now.
Valkyrie, man.
She's in everything.
She totally survived Infinity War. They claimed it.
In Westworld. She's
in Westworld?
She's in West. Don't no spoilers.
Oh,
we haven't
dude,
caught up yet.
Westworld. They finally had the best. Like it was the best episode.
I
this
could hear
season.
it. I could hear it
Episode
between the
4.
wall, and it sounded really intense. Good music.
Episode 4, season 2, Westworld. One of the best of like the whole series.
In
Wow.
2 weeks is Action Point, but I'm not saying that's like super stoked, but it looks like it'll be fun.
Well, did you guys see the trailer for Escape Plan 2 starring 50 Cent and I guess Sylvester Stallone?
Dude, no,
That
it stars
looks-
David Bautista and Sylvester Stallone.
Dave Bautista at this point is probably the best
Yeah.
actor in that movie.
What movie?
They filmed the third one.
Escape
Wow.
Plan 2.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
They're already filming the third one? Is
They
that,
already
But that's not until
finished
September.
filming the third one.
is that a joke?
No, I'm serious.
Oh, wow.
And
And
he's
is that
got-
much need for Escape
Dude,
Plan?
the first one was like passable, I guess.
He's made,
Is
I
there
feel
a-
like, what was that one?
Is,
With,
is Johnny Knoxville in it?
No. That's Action Point.
no, I
bro.
was just making fun of it. So action, okay, let's get to,
Oh,
sorry.
No,
There's an
I was
Escape
trying to
Plan.
figure out why you brought up Escape Plan.
I thought it was the same movie for a second. I don't know why.
Okay, no, yeah. I mean, it's
Action
sounds
Point
like
is Jackass 4, basically?
No, okay.
Yeah, basically. It looks
I feel like
Jackass.
okay, it's basically just it's got a movie, but then they're doing their own
Jackass
stunts.
5.
They're doing their own stunts in the movie. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a story.
I'm surprised it took
Yeah.
them 5 movies to
written.
do that.
I know, right? That's true. Like they're like, oh, Bad Grandpa was kind of a good idea. Let's like take that and actually make a story.
I hope Steve-O doesn't do anything because he got into the painkillers from doing all the stunts and now he's clean and sober.
I don't think he's in it.
He's not in it.
Good for him.
It's only Chris Pontius.
He's like done with the crew. He's like out.
Yeah.
It's just Johnny Knoxville and like one other.
He got murdered and game over, dude.
Rest in peace, dude. Like they're all like a lot of them have passed.
Well, no, it's just what's his name? Ryan Dunn.
There was another one. I watched like a top 10.
Really? Right? Who else had on the crew?
One other guy.
I work with one of the guys.
We both did, actually.
Rav himself.
Yeah.
Rav himself's now a camera operator.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Oh, yeah. I worked at the...
You did too.
Yeah. Okay. You know, okay.
We all work together.
I want to say this right now for everybody listening right now. We have the 8 people watching, 5 people watching. Wherever the other 3 went, you have better things to do, but no, you don't. Listen to the show.
Oliver, man.
I've always been big into movies, as you can tell from listening to me talking about all the movies.
Your score is off the charts.
My score is killing it right now.
You have like a dozen.
And also sports. I know a lot about sports, and I can talk about it, right? Rap or whatever, what was his name? Rab. He was on, what was the
real
first
name's
one?
Chris.
What was the first show? Not Jackass, one before it.
Oh, you mean the skating one?
Yeah.
CKY.
The one that CKY. The one that Bam was on. Okay, he was on that and he was on Jackass. He literally, I was a PA, I was on a show with him, and we were talking about stuff, and he said, wow, you know a lot about movies, man. Like, you know a lot. Why don't you ever like talk about it? Do something, get on the radio. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want one of those guys. Like, why would they listen to me? There'd be some kind of asshole listening to me. He's like, you're only an asshole. He said this guy, and I always remember, he said, you're only an asshole if you can do something and you don't do it. And him saying that to me, and my friend Ernesto Casillas, who got us doing the Fantasy Football podcast, they're kind of the people who got me into doing these podcasts and thinking, okay, maybe I have something I can offer. So, like, he's big. He's like one of the origins of my story of me being on this show right now. Is the guy you just mentioned.
He's a generally good guy, man. I worked with him on several shows.
Yeah,
and he's the camera operator now, and he's doing really good.
Yeah.
He got away from it. He told me, he's like, yeah, I couldn't keep doing that shit. Like, it was going to kill me.
Yeah, literally.
And so
physically, mentally,
he was
financially.
Yeah. So good for him.
Yeah. So sorry, we got a little personal
sidetrack.
Yeah. But I knew the guy too. He's cool. Did a couple of videos.
Oh yeah, you were on the same show, weren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I was on
Weed Trip.
It's
Weed Trip.
I can't. What did I work with him on?
Weed Trip. That was the first one.
That was the same one.
Was it Weed Trip?
Yeah.
Did you meet him?
He was in LA.
The last day.
Yeah, he worked with us in LA.
The last.
Remember
episode.
when we were in Hollywood?
And we had to take out those yellow jackets.
Oh yeah, dude.
And we did like B-roll. We went to like downtown to get that scene of that shot where they have all the freeways merging.
Yeah, that's the 10.
We did B-roll right there, like right off the 10 and 110.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I know what you're saying now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jackass movie basically. Yeah, it's like a Jackass like spiritual sequel, you could call it. It's got a cool story though. I think the setup. I'm saying I'm super stoked about it, but I think it looks funny.
It's pretty stoked.
And I like Jackass.
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
I think and then the other big movies of June. It's what are the big movies of June?
There's a bunch actually. Like I think the next week.
Oh, Jurassic World. That's the big one of June.
Jurassic World's probably like the biggest.
I don't know. I think the new trailer made me look more excited for it. Than the original trailer during Super Bowl, I was like, that movie looks cool.
Last thing I would say about Deadpool 2, so we get into it. They, just last thing before it, because I know you want to close down, they changed so much in the movie and did a lot of reshoots. What do you guys think was part of the reshoot?
Well, I heard that the first 10 minutes, I thought they were going to change the first 10 minutes because that's what I heard a lot of people hated about when they first saw the original.
But they kept it?
Yeah, I guess so.
The girlfriend stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what people hated.
Yeah. They were upset about that.
Yeah, it was pretty.
So they probably, I feel like that the extra credit scenes is some of the reshoot stuff.
Okay.
Because they fixed a lot of stuff.
Okay.
You know? So I feel like that could be some of the stuff they
reshot. I don't know. I feel like they would do something more substantial. Like, I don't know what. It's hard to say. I think.
Well, it was only a couple weeks reshoots.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think they would just call in a bunch of reshoots, spend all that money just to do like after credits scenes.
Yeah, it must have been story driven, some story driven
in the middle thing. But I think it's hard to say. I don't know exactly where it was either. But I think it was just. I think there's just all that speculation because everyone was so worried about it. Yeah. But I think
reshoot. When you hear reshoots, it scares you a little bit.
Yeah. But at the same time, it just like a lot of people get scared. But there's so many movies that have done reshoots, like, you know, that have been amazing. Like, you wouldn't even know it. Like, I feel like in this one, I didn't really know it. Like, it all worked out.
Yeah,
so
no, it worked out fine.
It worked together, however they did it. And that's what you want. But
go see Deadpool 2.
I think it's time for your degrees then.
Yeah, what's your degrees?
I'm going to give it definitely 85 degrees.
Can't even cook a pizza with 85 degrees.
He's not going by that heat. He's going by your body temperature. Body temperature.
Doesn't make sense.
So he's actually you got a fever with that.
85 degrees out of 100.
Yeah.
Out of 100. Okay, what about you?
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
I'll say like 7.3.
It should be 70 degrees. It should be 3.5 flames out of 5 flames. What about you, Nico Shizzle?
My rating was movie pass, or pay for it. I would say pay for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he's saying pass, movie pass, or pay for it.
That's good.
Pays for it.
I'm an American from America, talking in America right now. So I'm going to give it how many stars on the flag technically there's 51 stars on the flag. I think now
50. We haven't really. Puerto Rico's still not really seen.
We haven't given them a star.
We should, but no.
It's okay. They got a lot of bad earthquakes anyway.
They're still fucked right now.
They love Point Break 1 though, so I'm friends with them. I'm gonna show Nico Fashosa will watch Point Break 1 next time we do a podcast. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this done. I'm trying to save the people. You could end up not doing good movies, but you'd be like the guy in the movie. I'm trying to change your future by showing you movies like Point Break 1.
Your rating's taking long.
I know. It's happened a long time. Okay, what's your rating?
My rating is out of there's 50 stars from America in America by an American.
You're still going.
I'll give it 42 stars, which would be 84 degrees.
Well, that's the same thing I said.
It's like, what were the last
you were 85.
8 states recognized?
I'm one below you.
I said about.
You said 85.
I said about, though.
I said it was about. It's
the same.
One off from what I said.
So now, because I said 84, you got to be 84 too. Is that we're both 84?
No,
you said 84.
Nice. You got him. Way to go. That's America. You got him.
Damn right.
All right, guys.
Damn right I am. That's my show.
There you go. Yeah, it's his show. You should change his rating.
No, the one thing I want to say, though,
I'm going to 84.1.
There's one last point I think is good is that someone said first Rogue One was almost entirely reshoots.
That's true.
A lot of people like that.
I like Rogue One.
Movie.
Solo is gonna be reshoots.
A lot of
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, Solo's Solo's
like all we heard was like it totally had to be reshot. So that's still.
That's why I'm not excited because Ron Howard scares me, man. Because Ron Howard has not made a good movie since like Apollo 13.
What Rush?
It was whatever.
I'm not worried. Like, yeah, I think
Beautiful Mind. You could technically say it was, but
he had like his heyday in his Oscar bait day. But yeah, I think he could do a good job. But I definitely think it's worth bringing up, and that's what I was going to say next too. Was that okay? Also, we're going to see Solo next week, and it's like there was a lot of reshoots. That's to be determined.
Yeah.
But that's another thing where it's like maybe Deadpool is a situation. I think we kind of all liked it, so it's like the reshoots worked.
Yeah.
See how Han Solo works out.
I know some of the reshoots for Han Solo because they basically recasted the guy from The Wire with the Vision.
Yeah, he was busy, so he can't.
With Paul.
Yeah,
that guy,
Paul Bettany is they replaced what's his name from The Wire?
Michael J. Is it Michael?
It's
Chalky.
Yeah, like the main. Yeah, Chalky. Like he's supposed to be. Yeah, he was supposed to be the main bad guy, and he was originally when the Phil Lord and Chris Miller were doing it, but then once they got fired,
I wanted to see that.
Solo,
me too, man.
Why didn't they have Solo come out on May 4th?
Hey, bring it back.
I don't know.
See, we're bringing it back to Last Man on Earth to help us save it. Those guys got fired off of Han Solo, the guys that created that show.
True.
So
and their show got canceled.
Well, after 4 seasons. After 4 seasons.
But the one that as another thing though to tie in with the Star Wars, I was going to say that it's a heist movie. I didn't realize this. But it's funny, and I was going to tell my brother this because heist movies like one of our favorite genres. I think everyone here likes them too. And this is a heist movie, and that's the guy they steal from is Paul Bettany. Like, I don't know if he's really the villain, but he's more like the guy they rob.
Okay.
And then it reminds me of another movie that's coming out soon. Not as excited about it, but it's there's a new Ocean's 8.
Oh yeah.
That's like the beginning of June. I think that's actually
one of the June movies. Yeah, that's one of the June movies.
So that's like 3 weeks from now or something. Because Solo's next week. Action Point, and then
Oceans.
Yeah. And then the next week is Incredibles 2.
Oh, fuck, dude! Disney owns the summer, dude.
Yeah.
They have Infinity War, technically Deadpool's Marvel, Disney. They got Ant-Man and the Wasp. They got Incredibles. I'm pretty sure they have a Winnie Pooh movie coming out in August. Like
everything.
They just.
I want to watch that one.
But I mean, if you think about it, it's like it's a lot of parent companies and stuff like the subsidiaries. Whatever, I can't say that word right now.
You're close.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Subsidiaries, like they're independent studios. Like they just happen to own Marvel. Yeah. They own Pixar. They own like these different companies that make wholly different things. Yeah. Star Wars is another one. So I mean, it's fine to say they're in the same bubble, but
they're getting all that money. That's all that matters.
That's all it is. Yeah,
they're funneling that money to
because they also technically own Deadpool.
Yeah.
So like. Talking about Deadpool now, and like this is technically a Disney release.
Well, that's why they had to pull. They had a Disney joke. They had to pull.
I like how we're saying that Disney owns everything, and like we're mentioning Disney a lot, like filling into the Disney prophecy.
Well, I was trying to segue as Disney's not so bad. They actually technically own this show.
Yeah, that's true. That's what we need to be. We need to be a little bit nicer. Yeah.
So it's all.
I got Oliver Quinn, my boy over here, who did a heist better than Breaking Bad train scene.
Ooh, that's a good scene
in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, when it's like when they bury. I remember that they end up burying the cart right
to get what was the chemical
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to rewatch Breaking Bad.
Well, that's where Jesse Palman was in it.
Yeah.
That's where the kid gets shot.
Yeah.
Remember the kid gets shot?
It was later, yeah.
They're trying to steal that.
That's
stuff
like the
off the train.
4th season, I want to say.
Yeah, but I got it.
Well, quick, Oliver, can you fill us in? What
Which
season
reminds
was
me,
that?
there's a train scene in Deadpool 2 tonight. They actually technically taken that train that's carrying the bad guys.
It's like convoy.
It's a convoy though. It has wheels.
It's a robot train.
It's a robot train.
I'm taking a point.
But I'm just surprised. I mean, you've done good so far. But what about Heat?
I was like,
Heat's the best heist movie. I think it's undebatable that Heat's the best heist movie. Honestly,
that's a good movie.
Starring Robert De Niro, who he's a fan of.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he is really good. It's hard. Yeah, it's really hard to say. I mean,
I can't think of a better scene that I like to watch and just nerd out to than watching the making of it and watching the scene between Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Like me watching as a viewer, the coffee shop scene. Yeah. I'm just so nerded out. And then when you watch the documentary, the making of about how the crew, everyone on set was just like, oh my god, this is such a cool moment.
They're probably like, holy shit, we're watching history right now.
When Al Pacino was still there, he was like, all his brain was there. He wasn't TJ Miller-fied yet. He was like a good actor.
Well, let's hope Scorsese can bring it back out of him. Because his next movie is De Niro, Scorsese.
Yeah.
That should be cool.
Pacino.
Okay, Heat's a better bank robbery, not train. Okay, you got semantics. Yes. He's right. Technically, he's right. What about Broken Arrow, dude? Christian Slater, John Travolta. Okay.
Dude, that's
Howie Long. Howie Long.
Okay, quick. Name a Travolta movie.
Swordfish, Face Off. The
Battlefield Earth.
The Conversation.
Okay, name another actor in Swordfish.
Another actor in Swordfish. I want to go under the radar.
Hugh Jackman.
Vinnie Jones.
Hugh Jackman. Name another movie Hugh Jackman's in.
The Juggernaut.
The Greatest Showman. Just watch this.
Kate
it's not a movie. Logan.
Kate and Leopold.
Logan. Okay.
Someone like you. That's
Logan
good.
is mentioned in Deadpool 2. I get the final point. Show's over.
Boom.
Brooks wins.
Boom. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. We appreciate all of you.
Guys.
What the fuck should
see you guys next week.
Click on the link. It says what the fuck should you do.
Links. Everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for you guys for coming on.
Thank
of
you.
course.
Yep.
Joining me. We'll be back next week for Solo, a Star Wars story.